Okay, we're trying this again. We have followed tutorials and had to deviate because there is no perfect tutorial, so let's see what happens. Maybe I'll be deleting a lot of failed attempts on YouTube tonight. And I might be getting hiccups, that's good. Why not? I really hope this looks good if it's working. I don't want any more drop frames, please. Okay, so we officially have a stream. Oh my god, wait, is it working? There's obviously a bit of a delay, but it might be... I don't see dropped frames. Let me just check the audio. I really hope this looks good if it's working. I don't want any more dropped frames, please. Okay. This camera quality is not the camera quality I normally... Okay, it's on 720 for HD. Highest picture quality, please. I am testing this for my quality. Select a specific resolution. Full 4K HDR, please. That is what I'm checking. The whole thing is I wanted to stream with HDR. Please be HDR. I was waiting for my friend to finish a meal, Miss Icefire, and it's been like an hour, and I was like, oh, now I have to wait for her to do food. But no, it's a good thing I had to wait for her to do food because I just went on a full tutorial deep dive. I really can't tell if this has actually gone into 4K, but I'll assume. It's possible that it can become 4K. It's outputting 4K. Wait, I'm gonna make it full screen. Wait. I'm gonna trust it. I'm gonna trust it, and then tomorrow when it's finished rendering, or like maybe because it's HDR, when in like 8 business days it has finished rendering, then I'm gonna see if it actually worked. So, what was I doing? I was going to do something. I don't know. If anyone wants to know about what HDR is, basically, it's a way of capturing video that it records a normal exposed version, and then an overexposed version, and then an underexposed version, and then compiling that all that information together and like deducing the averages. You get better quality color, you get whiter whites, blacker blacks, more detail within the highlighted and shadowed areas, and then it just creates a generally truer to life color profile. So I think it's working good. I'm glad that I have got it set up on my little tablet because whenever I look at it at OBS it looks so desaturated, but I'm quite happy with how it's looking right now. The last video I recorded, I actually did in HDR as well. I tested it with a short first because I didn't really know how to work with the footage, because recording and editing in Final Cut Pro with HDR is different to live streaming in OBS with HDR. So I had to learn like different color codecs and encoders, and this is really, I've been a videographer for like 12 years. This is the thing that has made me actually learn how to use color profiles and do all the technical stuff like that. I'd like to select my stream here, please, so I can check the health of it. I'm still getting warnings again, but I'm electing to ignore this warning because it appears to be working on my end, so if anyone wants to let me know they're having trouble, then that would be great. But until then, I'm going to leave it, because apparently my stream is good quality right now, and I will accept good quality. This is actually the most effective it's been while I watch it, so I think we're doing okay. I'm gonna test out. I'm gonna test out my. Where is it? My chat. Where did my chat go? There it is. It's popped out. So make sure you subscribe. Please do actually subscribe because it'd be very beneficial to me. That was very fast that it updated. Is it very fast that it's updating on here? I am genuinely getting quite good at batching out my content. I made one long form video the other day, and if we account for the recording time and or the editing time, then it took me less than an actual day, and then I batched out about 7 shorts from it, and I think they're all going to do quite well because I feel like they were quite engaging content. The thing that's maybe the happiest is I now have an Elgato key light, and Elgato key light is like the streamer light, and you could obviously use it for pre-recorded video as well because that's what I did. But the reason I've been sick of streaming recently is because these buggers die randomly because they're battery operated, and not only are they battery operated, but they die separately because one of them holds charge different than another, even though they're basically the same light, they're different brands. And it's like that the pink tube behind me is going to die at some point, so the only upgrade I can really make at this point that's not technical knowledge based is getting like a Govee rope light to replace that battery operated tube light. But now I finally have the Elgato key light. Not only is it brighter and it more perfectly evenly lights my face because it is beautifully diffused and I can control the brightness of it, but as well it's got mains power, so it will never die on me right in the middle of a nice bit. So I feel like I can hopefully like stream more now, and I'm quite happy with it. So that's what I'm doing. And now, since I am probably prepared, I'm going to ask my friend Miss Icefire if she's actually ready to come on stream. Spent like an hour doing troubleshooting for techie bits, but it should be all good now. Because she's in San Diego. She actually moved to America to go live with her Marine husband, and she's like one of my best friends who has moved away and I'm quite sad about it. I'm used to like living far away from my friends because when I go around for taekwondo and in my earlier life I would go to YouTube gatherings all over the country. I'm used to collecting people across the board. I have very few actual local friends because if I didn't meet them away from where I'm from in Manchester, then I meet them on the internet. So it's very rare that I have friends that like live near to me and then she buggered off. So that was nice of her, but I am very supportive of the marriage because they are very cute together and they have known each other longer than I've known her, so that would be pretty rude if I wasn't supportive of it. But I miss her a lot because there are some people who are like, oh my god, I don't have any friends who are girls, I'm just friends with guys because there's a lot less drama. Like, it's nothing to do with that. I assure you guys have drama too. But I just happen to have more dude friends than women friends. I have a lot of non-binary friends too, but like actual women friends, I don't really have a lot of them, and she's gone across the country. So this is my attempt to like make sure we can catch up more. And she also makes content, not to the degree that I do. Like, it's my business, it's my job, it's like every job I've ever had except for like the first couple rubbish ones that you get when you like barely got any employment history. It's pretty much my whole career. But she has I think it's a degree in communications or something like that. And she also has a blog and she posts on social media as everyone does. But like, it appears to be a bonus thing. She's doing a degree in something entirely unrelated now, which I don't know if she's shared a lot, but hopefully we get to talk about it because I want to ask her how uni's been going. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. It does seem like my stream is working, so I'm quite happy. I still think I'm getting a couple dropped frames, but for the most part it seems to be going really smoothly. Honestly, if it's taken me this long to get good, well-lit imagery, functioning sound, functioning live chat, functioning updated subscriber numbers, then I'll accept that because I feel like I've worked a lot for that and it's taken me long enough. I originally wanted to tag my social media, like I was gonna do my captions and I was gonna sort of update those as we went along and working, but my brain is completely fried after already having to do that tutorial stuff. I kind of wish I could have streamed the tutorial of the live streaming. I actually tried to do it in real time, but because it was to do with video encoders and like how the computer interprets information and how it sends it to YouTube and then how YouTube deciphers that information, that's like video codecs and color profiles and all that. I even had to change my YouTube server. So YouTube has the RMTPS server, which is like standard resolution, and then they also have the HLS server, and I think it was something to do with no, that wasn't the gamma thing. The gamma thing was PQ010 or something. But they have all these different ways of like decrypting data, and because it was to do with that and it was changing the way the data was being interpreted midstream, I had to stop streaming in order to do it. But I think I fixed it now, and I'm convinced that the second I actually try and record a normal video, then that's going to be ruined now because I've done some fiddling about. But OBS literally separates the live stream and the recorded video sections, so I'm hoping it's not messed it all up, but we will find out. Okay, I'm going to click through all my different scenes now to make sure they're working as well. So we've got, you can see I've been doing my tutorial, and then YouTube, and hopefully I did dox myself there because that didn't have the keys on it. And then gameplay, that's my gameplay screen, but my gameplay screen currently has my Chrome window for some reason. I think it's because I haven't got a game open at the moment. There's my camera only thing that I use when I'm recording videos in OBS, and then my main screen for when I'm streaming. So that's what, we're all good. And now I'm going to go off this so I'm not doxing myself. And okay. Okay. Something that I'm quite curious to share is I actually sold a video the other day, and the video I sold was absolutely ridiculous. So I sold it for $4, 20p by the way, so haha 420. But it's the most ridiculous thing I recorded on my phone, which is when I went to like one of those ninja places, and this was the only thing I was good at. My legs are strong, and you can literally see in the video my legs are beastie, but then I'm not really great with my hand grip, so when you go to one of these climbing places, it's all about hands and climbing. But I got my friend to record like the one thing that I was actually good at. But every time I crawled forward, for some reason, I kept going higher and higher and higher with every step. And I got to the end and I was like, I could go and jump off onto the ledge here, but I'm so high up I'll literally die. So that was why I decided to opt for the foam pit. I just completely crashed. But the thing is this, right? As someone who just spent the past few days obsessing over video codecs and quality and assurance and stuff, this video sucks. It was on my phone, which is an old phone when I got it, and it's like dying. It's not good at all. I really want to get a Samsung Galaxy Flip 5. I don't even want the Flip 6. I don't know enough about the Flip 6, and I don't think they have the color I want. I want the Flip 5, and I'll be happy with that. You know, unless the Flip 6 comes in the same color and is just as good, but has better stuff. I don't know. But this is a really old Honor 10, and the camera is not that great. The quality is not that great. I don't even know what frame rate I recorded this. It says it offers it in 4K. I guess I recorded it in 4K because it wouldn't show up if it wasn't in 4K. But I'm recording in 4K now, and this don't look like the same 4K I see. So it's not great, and it's shaky. And I know when you use what's it called, stabilizers, it's not going to be able to fix that level of shakiness to the degree that people want. But someone bought it. So if people ask, why are you recording that? Why are you selling that footage? Someone will always want it. Don't be put off. But I'm noticing recently, so there's been this whole thing about AI like completely taking over stock photo websites and all that. And I submitted a photo of like some ice cream sandwiches that just got approved yesterday, and I submitted that when we went for my boyfriend's birthday, which was in May. So it says it's going to take 8 weeks to review it. It definitely took in excess of 8 weeks, and I've still got a batch that I've been sitting here for ages. Like, when did I submit this? So I submitted this supposedly a month ago, but it wasn't a month ago. It was almost 2 months ago. So we'll see if it gets approved. I really hope the Butter one gets approved because I love that shop. But it's kind of bugging me because they do the bestsellers page on Adobe Stock, and the bestsellers page is kind of dictated by what has been posted recently. Like, they only consider stuff that has been shot in like the past year. So if it takes you about 2 months to actually get the image online and available for sale, and then it needs to actually sell, and then you need to be accumulated into the bestsellers page, and I think they reset it every month, then how has anyone got a chance? And do they count it on when the photo is submitted or from when it was actually like approved? We just don't know. Okay, the quality really does look like good quality when I look at it on my little tablet in the thing. Completely, if I just look off to the side, completely ignore the fact that I'm ignoring you, because that is definitely a sign that I am looking at my stream on my tablet. Wait, I'm just gonna go back to the main screen. This is why people have Stream Decks. They can just press the little button instead of going and looking at all their tabs. Also, I'm blind as hell, and normally when I have a desk, I ram my sternum right up to the desk and sort of jam it in. But in order to do that, I have to be like in a non-ergonomic posture because my chair is trapped in this. It's an exact gap. I'm not even joking. I have got wheels touching the bar that stops my chair rolling forward, because you've got the legs, but then because it's a foldy desk, it connects at the legs. So I have to have the chair rammed right up against the little bar. And then behind me, you can sometimes hear a squeak if I rotate, because the back of the chair is scraping across the footer of my bed. And the room is so perfectly calibrated. Everything is touching except the bed. Even not the bed frame, but I have a console table, which is over my radiator, which is like a very narrow bedside table that I wanted just to put, like, rest a drink on, because I sleep on that side of the bed. My bedside table that I used to have in my old house on the side I slept on is now on the other side of the bed because of how the room's configured. Everything is touching something. So I have to perfectly use the space. But my bed frame is scraping up against the chair, and it's literally like worn away the upholstery in this very specific area. And sometimes I've considered, like, what if I just rolled the wheels over the bar blocking it? But then that makes it impossible to get in and out of the chair, so it's not really sustainable as a sort of home office thing. So that's what I was doing. But then let me take a picture, and then I can share that I am live right now. There we go. And then we get a YouTube link. How do we get the YouTube link for a live on the phone? We're going to get the live up. Oh, and it's on my homepage because I watch me when I watch me. If that makes any sense. Let me take a picture. You do the HDR because it looks beautiful as HDR, but then when it gets like downgraded to standard resolution, like, I'm looking at the standard resolution on my phone, and this is probably what the majority of people are doing, because HDR is becoming more mainstream as a video format that is available, like, for people to buy on TVs and stuff. But on phones, I don't even think HDR works on phones, so it gets downgraded to, like, a standard definition color profile. And my face just looks so white and, like, blown out. You can kind of see the purple a little bit more on the phone, actually. But honestly, if you ever compare color profiles between devices, it's fascinating. Okay, so we got the live stream. We're going to share. I've never clipped myself. I feel like I need to start clipping myself. The thing that I think YouTube is missing with clips is you can clip a long video, and then you can take that clip and turn it into a little clip, and then you can share the clip like on social media to promote the rest of the video, and it'll remain landscape and stuff, and that's cool. And then you can share the clip on YouTube as like a post as well. But you can't turn a clip into a short. And I understand there would be a degradation of quality, because that's just how it works when you crop video and make the height, like the height of the shorter end becomes the new height of the longer end. So when that happens, you just have to accept that you're going to downgrade the quality of your video. But I feel like if YouTube would just implement a thing where you can clip a longer video and turn that into a short and automatically post the short, then that would seriously like revolutionize content repurposing, and everyone would do it so much more. And I really think you should do it. I don't think people should be able to clip other people's videos and turn them into shorts, but I feel like it would be helpful. Okay, it seems like my friend is replying to my message, so she might be ready to join. I am just going to post my stories, and then we'll see if anyone else comes in. She's experiencing Discord issues. So we're having tech problems all around. It's fine. It's totally fine. We'll actually get to talk in a minute. Wait, okay, so sticker. Link. Here we go. Paste. Customize sticker text. Watch. Live. And then we do a little sparkle, because I love my little sparkle. I enjoy a little sparkle quite a lot. Where is it? My little sparkle. There. Done. And then can we change that? Ooh, do I want the see-through? No, I want the little color. Okay. I got a nice empty spot for it there. Let me show it to my story. And then that will go on Instagram and Facebook. And then I've recently been experimenting with WhatsApp. They're called statuses, but they are stories. So I don't hate them, but I mainly like seeing who I can see who's stalking my WhatsApp statuses, because it tells you exactly who it is by name. Obviously, you have to have them saved in your phone, but people can't find you unless they have your phone number on WhatsApp. So there are people, like the most random people. Like I've got my ex-housemate who never paid his bills on time, and like I'm pretty sure we blocked each other and everything. I'm not even sure, but not on WhatsApp, so he watches my stories. I've got like some random person who I met up with years ago and they were a group in person, they watch my stories. I've got ex-colleagues from employers that I have left, they watch my WhatsApp stories. For some reason, it's more intimate when it's WhatsApp, because I don't really use WhatsApp unless I'm forced to. Like, they never actually say anything either, they don't react, they just lurk, and I think it's because they don't post WhatsApp statuses and they don't realise that I can see that, so I think that's quite funny. Okay, watch, live, and then we do the little star. And then we share it here. And then we see if that even works. Okay, it looks like a clickable link, so we'll see if anyone comes from WhatsApp. This is like a hell of an experiment, I quite like it. So she's having Discord issues, it's fine. I don't even know. Oh, I just missed my phrase, so I talked to her. Like, even if she can't stream, because she was going to stream as well. I don't know what platform she was going to stream onto, because I'm pretty sure she doesn't have a laptop that's like as high-techy tech as mine. I know she doesn't have a whole setup as high-tech as mine, but maybe she's just going to stream with her phone on TikTok or something. But then I don't know how you also have Discord, so she must be on a laptop. But you can have Discord on a phone, but I don't think you can use multiple apps of Discord on a phone. So we'll see what happens. But yeah, I've got like the whole rig. I wanted a chance to use it and actually like engage. I think it's because I've been watching a lot of Iron Mouse and CDog VA. Like, I don't even know if they have a proper ship name, like Mouse Dog. I don't know. But I have been obsessively watching them, and now YouTube thinks I'm entirely into VTubers, and I don't care at all about VTubers. I barely even watch like both of them separately. I've been watching them separately a little bit, but mainly because like in comparison, watching them separately sucks. So I just want to watch Iron Mouse and CDog VA together. And I know that it's none of our business what's going on with them, but they're just so cute, and I don't care if they're friends, I don't care if they're in a relationship, I just love watching them together because they're so precious, and it's just got me wanting live interaction when I record, because I work on my own at home, and everyone's always like, oh my god, you're so lonely, why do you not talk to anyone? And that's not true. I have loads of friends from like going to taekwondo competitions and stuff. I've not been able to compete as much recently, but I also have like, I have a social life. It sounds really weird trying to like prove like, yeah, I have a social life, but I've not really been talking to anyone about the content I'm making, about the work I do, because most of my friends that I initially met through YouTube and YouTube gatherings and content creation, most of them don't really make stuff anymore. And I do have a couple friends that do live stream, like Rebecca and Ransby, for example. Like, they're the ones who immediately jump to my mind when like I think of people who live stream now. They don't make a whole lot of pre-recorded content anymore, and they also stream on Twitch. So I don't stream on Twitch because I don't know. There's a few reasons I don't stream on Twitch. I like YouTube. YouTube is my primary platform. Like, it's like an old tortured lover. We fell out for a while and then came back. But YouTube is like my main platform. It has the best video capability, in my opinion. Like, I'm pretty sure this is the only mainstream platform that even allows HDR streaming, which I'm not going to be able to shut up for a while, I'm afraid. But also, it's like, you can do a live stream, and the second you stop live streaming, you can set it up to automate to keep it as a full-length video, and then people can go back and watch it. And you can also set it up to automatically be part of a playlist. And if you stream on Twitch, then if you don't remember to do like a very special configuration of setup or something, then it completely deletes it. when you're done, and you might be able to get clips, and it clips some bits for you, but then it'll delete the clips later. And the amount of times I've seen posts of live streamers who are like, oh my god, where did my clip go? I really like that. I wanted to share it on TikTok or Twitter or something, and it's gone. So I love YouTube, but I admit that streaming on Twitch does seem to have some features that you never really get a good tutorial on Twitch, because if you're not part of the crew, then you just have to pick it up from context. But from what I've seen from watching a lot of CDogVA and Iron Mouse streams, is there's a thing called like Stream Squad, where you can click on someone's stream and then immediately flip back and forth from the perspectives if they're like grouped together and having a conversation. So that won't be able to happen with me and my friend right now, Miss Icefire, because she is most likely going to be streaming on TikTok if she can ever get on Discord. I've done all that faff to actually get like the encoding working, and I haven't even tried to get Discord to work as a source yet, because I could have gone on my other friend's server and like tested it out before I came live, but none of those friends want to be on my stream, which is why I didn't go in like our server that we normally talk in and stuff. Plus they always play games that I don't own or I'm not interested in, and then they just talk amongst themselves about the games, and I can't enjoy the conversation because I don't know what they're talking about. And I can watch their little like, Discord allows you to share your game stream within your Discord server, so not like publicly like this, but like a little local stream, and it allows you to do that. So sometimes I watch it, but I don't know what's going on. I'm not engaged in it. I can't tell him like, oh yeah, go shoot that guy over there, I saw him go around the corner. Like, you can't, it's not the same, so what's the point? Yeah, let me see if it's having any luck. I'm asking her what the actual issue is, just to see if I can help her with it, but if I can't see the screen, it's very high likelihood that I'm not going to be able to help, but we'll see. Let me just open my Discord. Is she even online? I can't even see her online. Although I have people on here that I did not know I had on here, people I've not seen in eons. There's no way she deleted the whole account. I just saw her in here the other day. Unless she renamed herself, I don't know. I'm not even certain who Vex is. Looks like a dog, but I'm not looking for a dog. I mean, I'm always looking for a dog, to be fair, but not that kind, not right now. Yeah, don't open that. We don't want to open that app. If anything, I can stay on here long enough and stay until my new video about sitemaps gets published. Like, I originally set it to get uploaded at about 8:30 in the morning, and the rationale behind that is people wake up at like, oh, maybe not on a Sunday, but some people tend to wake up like in the actual morning time, not me, who like my fibromyalgia makes it so I have pretty much no control of my sleep, and I can somehow always wake up for an alarm if I need to be somewhere, but the level of functionality is highly dependent on how my fibro feels about that. Like, I may not be able to talk for hours because I'm just like a little bit brain dead and can't engage in society. Like, I can do basic motor functions, although sometimes I have fully tripped and like hit my head on surfaces because I'm not ready to be awake, but I woke up. But otherwise, people, like, if I wake up in the morning and oh my god, why have I got massive ADHD problems? No, yeah, people wake up in the morning and then they'll open up their phone and they'll check all their feeds and stuff, and they'll play a video like on the commute to work, or while they make their morning coffee, or while they're having their breakfast. People will watch like what's vaguely on their screen when they get there, when they check their subscriptions, because they'll start at what was most recently uploaded and then go down, but they may run out of time by the time they get there. So it's trying to like hit that sweet spot of, oh yeah, people are probably going to be waking up right about now, so we can post it and it'll be up near the top of their subscription feed. But most of my views don't really come from subscribers. They come from like organic search and Google feeding through and me reposting it on my blog, on my website DibDab Digital, and like a bunch of places that are not reliant on the subscription feed. So I'm incredibly impatient and just want to start the content having a chance. So instead I changed it to get published at like 1:15 in the morning, and I'm not going to change it right now But if I get really impatient, I am just going to hit publish now, because the whole thing is like I've been making content since New Year's every 3 days. Not so consistently like that on YouTube, because like YouTube has just been when it's ready I'll post it, but at least not 2 things on the same day, because you want to be able to spread out your content like that so you're not getting caught up on yourself and you have schedule and wiggle room if something goes wrong. But on all my other social media platforms I've been posting every 3 days since New Year's, but I wanted it to just be after midnight so I could start implementing it every 3 days on YouTube. Although I don't think it's going to work like that for YouTube. You want at least like one main video a week, which is like one full-length video that would appear on videos as opposed to shorts. I did have one that was technically a short, but it was over by like a few seconds, so it became a full-length video, which was good. But you want at least one proper video every week, ideally. And then shorts, I feel like if you post more than 3 in a day, you're starting to just give yourself a detriment by competing with yourself. And like, there's no real point to that, because some shorts will have virality and some won't, and it's almost entirely not reliant on when you post it. And you want to keep a steady flow of uploads going. So some people say like, oh, I want to post at least once a day. You really don't need to post once a day, especially if you're just posting trash for the sake of posting, because content is all about the subject matter and if people care, especially on YouTube. People don't really doom scroll on YouTube that much. They're looking for fulfillment in like real watching content time. Less so on shorts, but even on shorts, I've noticed that shorts on YouTube, as opposed to reels on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok, they have like more substance and more of a purpose, especially because they have like the related video function, which means it's normally, check out this little preview, it's like a trailer for a bigger video, and then you go watch the meaty video. Then that's not really something that happens on other platforms. So try not to post too many things, or else you're just going to distract your audience and get them like pull it in too many different directions. You're not going to benefit from all the watch time you could be getting. So like some people do like once a day, but I want to post like at least every other day if I can with shorts, or every 3 days with shorts, and then at least one main video a week. So I haven't got the backlog for that done quite yet. The good thing is, like, when you do live streaming, you can kind of repurpose the content. I multi-record my live streams, so I have got it recording to my desktop right now, and then I'll move it over to my hard drive when I'm done, so I can edit it later. But then, if that fails, I can re-download it from YouTube, which, when you have to download stuff from your YouTube account, I'm pretty confident it just always does it to a lesser quality. I don't think you have the choice of getting it to a reasonable quality when you download it. They kind of cap it at either 1080p or like the resolution below what the main video is at, and I do think that is to protect people, but you can only download it from your own account. Like, if people want to download it from not your own account, they'll find a way. So does it really matter if you're trying to cap the quality limit on your own account? Maybe it's because they don't want people cross-posting the same quality on their other platforms, but like, I don't know, theories. One thing that is a complete beginner move from me is recently, so since I've been working with my new camera, with my 4K footage, my HDR footage, this stuff like has a lot more data than the footage of my previous camera I was working with. I'm not even like top of the line cinema cameras yet. It's not even that. It's like a relatively mid-range model for the modern day market is my Canon R10. But it's a massive jump up from my 600D that I was working with for like over the past decade, at least like maybe 14 years. I'm not even sure exactly how long I had that camera, but I had it since the last year of high school, basically, because I got it to make a portfolio and start doing proper YouTube videos, even though I stopped regularly uploading not long after that because of like college stuff. But basically, I was learning, because now I have all this data. It was like filling up my hard drive, and it was regularly failing projects and having to pause projects and stop projects because it was like, oh no, you dropped frames, oh no, there's too much room, you gotta delete stuff, because it wouldn't fit on my hard drive. And I have like big hard drives, I have multiple terabytes hard drives, and then I would go through and realize that my project files were absolutely massive. I had like one project file that was at least 200 gigabytes, but because I was like mid-project, I couldn't undo it and like delete that work, and I was just so clueless. And I learned the most beginner thing in the world. Like, obviously knowing about proxies, you can like reduce the data consumption while you're working, and if you want to look at optimized media, that's like, oh, look at the best quality version while you're editing. But the simple fact of Final Cut Pro automates automatic rendering. By the default, you have automatic rendering on Final Cut Pro. And it just never once occurred to me, as someone who has always preferred Final Cut Pro and used it by default, that you can turn that off and it will stop eating up all your hard drive space. And because it's not trying to constantly render something, it actually makes your workflow faster. And then if you just need to preview something with like a lot of layers and a lot of compoundy clips, you can just render that bit and it won't eat as much data up. And it's like the most beginner thing. I always know the most niche knowledge and then I forget like the most beginner thing, because you just learn stuff as you need it, don't you? So it was kind of okay, but it was also really stupid. But now that I've fixed that, I feel like I've got like a more regular workflow. Has someone commented? I feel like someone's commented and I can't read that. Where's my chat window? Where are you, chat? Oh, hey James, how you doing? How do you feel about my complete beginner knowledge completely screwing me over, even though I have been a video professional for like 12 years? Also, it's not doing like dropped frames for you anymore, is it? Because I had complete tech issues for the longest time and I spent about an hour fixing it. I do know there's a little bit of lag as well, but that's because like latency makes it so if it wants to be the most quality when it gets to the viewer, then it has a little bit of delay, but you know, whatever. Oh, when this coffee runs out, I don't know what I'm going to do. I was thinking if I needed like a bathroom break, then I could leave it with my friend who was going to be on stream with me, but she's completely not even here yet. Oh, you literally just got here. No, I was just saying, like, I know the most niche knowledge on video production. Like, I spent ages getting my encoder correct for HDR quality video with, like, the more detail in the blacks and the highlighted bit. Like, I spent ages on that, but even though I've been a video professional for like 12 years almost, I didn't even know that you could stop automatic rendering on Final Cut Pro projects to save data space. But I fixed it now, so it's fine. And I literally, my friend is not responding. Like, her Discord is so broken. I have no idea what's wrong with her Discord. Is it that my stories are actually working? Are people actually coming in because I posted a link in my stories? Maybe I should do this more often. I have this weird obsessive thing where if I'm live, I'm convinced I have to be talking all the time, and I always talk all the time anyway when I'm on my own. But suddenly when it's like, oh, you can't have dead air, my old radio presenter mode kicks in, and I'm like so paranoid. You're limited to iMovie on your phone. Anything beyond that is alien. Okay, well, I don't know. When this is done processing, you can go back and do a whole tutorial on it. Although iMovie on your phone, I never ever used iMovie because when I got a Mac, it was for college, and I knew that we would be using Final Cut Pro in college. So I got Final Cut Pro instantaneously, and because I got the student discount, it was like not so bad with my first ever Mac. But when we went to college, it turned out they were using a different version of Final Cut Pro because the college didn't want to buy the licenses. Like, I went to the Manchester College before they had the new site, which is called CCM. I literally went there the other day for ages, I don't know. But it's called CCM, and it's like they moved all the B-techy creative type subjects over there. So I did some exam invigilation for them over there. And I was in one of the media rooms, and I got to have a look at all the new studio and stuff. And I was like, this is not fair, because I left, like, I don't know the exact amount, but like 3 or 4 years, I left before they got all this budget. And suddenly I am so jealous that I didn't get to use any of these resources. And while I was in college, I had better personal resources than we had at the college. I was bringing in my MacBook on the train almost every single day, and they were not like that then. And I was bringing it so I could edit on the better software because I had the most up-to-date version of Final Cut. I think it was like when it was still like Final Cut Pro X, I think it was. Because I remember I would always write it with the X by default. But they had like Final Cut 4 or 5, and it's an entirely different user interface. So I couldn't even transfer it across the things when I had a project. So if I wanted to work on it at home, I had to work on it in my version of the software. So basically, I paid for my school to let me use cooler software. But no, iMovie, I don't know a lot about it, I really don't, but it seems like it's one of those just you want to cut and chop softwares. I have a friend who, he is my hairdresser, and he's really cool. I don't know him because he's my hairdresser. He became my hairdresser after I knew him. And he works at a place called Shallows, but he's like self-employed. But he does a lot of Instagram Reels recently where he like, you know, tags Shallows and they do like a little mini collab, but it's mainly just his video and he's promoting the venue to get more clients and stuff. And he sends me his content sometimes. And I have a content audit service on my website. So like most people I would charge for this sort of thing, and I might start charging him because of how much he asked me. But no, it's like cheaper than if it was like a whole major project thing. But he was like saying to me, oh yeah, do you like this? Oh, I was trying to use the pro version of Capcut. And Capcut is one of those things that is only popular because so many people know about it. And so many people know about it because no one's willing to pay for it. So they have the free version that has the little logo ident at the end of every video that you have on Capcut. I see some martial artists who literally use this software and it's got it at the end as well. And he's like, oh yeah, to use the premium version, I got like a shortcut. So they have all these special effects that they have in the premium version that you have to pay for. And I just really don't want to use it. So what I do is I screen record the software and he doesn't export it. So he ends up without the little bit at the end. And then he can use all the effects. And he was like, but that's, and I just said to him, I can't begin to communicate the reasons that is wrong. And it pains me deeply. He was like, why is it not allowed? And I was like, not only is it not allowed, not only is it a quality issue, but the adaptability of it, the downscaling, the fact that your phone resolution, if you're screen recording on your phone, then like the pixels, imagine if you wanted to expand that video, if you wanted to download it, and then social media always downgrades it again because the color profiles are not the same, the codecs are not the same, this data is not intended to be interpreted in this way, and it's all computer science that maybe the human eye can't discern it necessarily, but somewhere deep in your psyche, your brain registers that this is a lower quality, and therefore you're associating your business with shoddy quality. Like, if you aren't willing to pay for a simple editing software, then don't pay for it. But accept that people don't think you're willing to invest in your own business. And also, DaVinci Resolve is free! And I don't use it because I've never needed to use it, but I know that it's like a new industry standard because the color correction is so amazing and people color grade in DaVinci and then will go back to their other software to do over editing. And just don't use Capcut if you don't want to pay for it because you don't need to. And I'm pretty sure it's not got that many tools anyway. No one's told me they've keyframed in Capcut. Does anyone know what keyframing is if they're not a videographer? Probably not, but it's easy to learn. Rant I didn't expect. What were you saying, James? It's really simple. All my video intros are done with it. Picture in picture, green screen. Do you know the proper name for a green screen is the proper name for a green screen is chroma keying, and I love that little bit of trivia because it fucks everyone up. But there is a video, like, studio, business, media agency type place, like, near where I'm from, originally in Bolton. I can't remember the name of it for the life of me, but I went on their website one time to see if they had, like, jobs going, and they didn't. But it seems like it's a tiny family-run business, you know, like, husband-wife kind of deal. And they had a list of the services they offer, and they had on there, at the top there was green screen, and at the bottom there was chroma key. And that's the same thing. The only differentiator is sometimes people use a blue screen, but it's still the same thing because you're just taking color that you pick on the color picker and you remove it, and they choose green and blue because it's like the contradictions of skin tones, so you're unlikely to remove a skin tone. So what was happening there is either they didn't know the difference and that there was none, or they were literally just trying to like play on the fact that people coming to them for their services don't know shit about the services. That was like so annoyed me. Okay, I got a message. What's the message? You're sending me a video? I'm assuming it's not a video of me completely glitching out because you're responding to me, so I hope it's working. What is my video? And don't forget to subscribe, guys. if you want more tirades like this. Why does Instagram not load things? You know, James, apparently there was a photo you sent me 5 weeks ago and it still thinks I haven't opened it. No matter what I do, I can't get the notification to go away, so it always looks like you want to send me a photo. But apparently you're trying to send me a video now and I can't see it. I'm just getting a big refresh wheel. So I'll sort it later. If nothing else, I'm so happy that my chat is actually showing up on my chat. Like, that makes me really happy. Does anyone else think that's really cool, or am I just being an absolute fucking geek? I'm gonna see how many people have actually seen my story, though, and if it is on Instagram, then I can check how many people have clicked the link. So let's see what we got. Okay, so we've had 5 people see it so far, which is, like, not a huge amount, but it's not terrible. It's just not telling me how many people clicked the link. Oh wait, no, I'm on the wrong one. Let's see. Oh, the insights haven't loaded for yet because it's too new. Whatever. What about on Facebook? The meme got me right away. You call it ADHD, I call it surprise participation. You never know how you will show up in any given moment. Social delight, ideas factory, startled sack of potatoes, emotionally dysregulated toddler, confused snail, bees in your fucking head, surprise bitches, which is literally just this whole fucking live stream. So I hope you enjoy. Ask me questions on video stuff and you'll get an absolute rant. Because my friend is not here yet. And she's the one, she's in San Diego, she like had breakfast just now and then has had tech issues and I'm just here like in the middle of the night. It's almost 1 in the morning and I'm just having a ball on my own. But I genuinely want to ask her about her life because I've not talked to her in ages, so she better hurry up. Also, just casually, let's find out if my hood fits over my headphones. This is what I wear around the house. Do you like my Pooh Bear poncho? Isn't it cute? Bleeding warm though, I'm not gonna lie. It was only your intro done in iMovie. Okay. I'll watch the video later. I think I've seen your intro anyway. Or don't you have to use like the branded one that they give you because you're like with a, what's the word, franchise? Oh yeah, you got here on my story. Amazing. Oh, one I haven't checked. Wait, I'm still checking Facebook. I got distracted by the meme. But I'm still checking Facebook. But let me see. Someone liked my reel that I posted weeks ago. I think that's one of my things. Everyone thinks that social media is you have to post it now, and if people miss it now, then they're never going to see it. But I'm actually really proud that my content has such longevity, even when it's not strictly evergreen content, although a lot of it is because I do a lot of like marketing strategy and concepts and explaining how to I do a few tutorials, like how to use specific software that may get outdated in the future, but most of it is like you can watch it whenever and it's just as good. But most of my content gets seen months after the fact. And people who watch it for like the longest duration watch it months later, and I still feel like that's a really good thing. Okay, Facebook story. Skip forward, skip forward, skip forward. Okay, no one's seen that story on Facebook yet, but also like I had a lot of stuff ahead of it, so I understand if people weren't constantly checking. Let's check the WhatsApp statuses to see who's stalking me at 1 in the morning. No, no views on there. But the story I did post earlier on in the day is people I've not seen in ages. Still nothing better than when I saw my ex-housemate that, like... I haven't lived with a lot of people except for my family, and now I live with my boyfriend, but I have a 100% success rate of people moving out of living with me to go be homeless. And it's because I'm kicked them out because they never pay their bills on time. So... one of them, I'm pretty sure, like, we've been getting a lot of mail to our place still, and it's, like, important mail. Like, obviously I'm not opening it, but you can just tell when it's important mail from the envelope and, like, the little previews. And I'm convinced we're gonna get bailiffs at our house for someone who doesn't live here anymore, so that'll be exciting. Oh my god, like, she was not even online half an hour ago. I'm gonna check Discord again. There she is, right. I'm gonna try calling her. How do you call someone on Discord? I never do the setting up on Discord. I need to learn how to, because I'm like recording interviews for a show called With Respect soon. James knows about it because he's going to be on it. But it's like martial artists are so about like culture and so about like respect and you can't say this, you can't mention that, you can't criticize even this one training technique because it's disrespectful of like a higher rank. And it really suffocates what should be a chill conversation. Like, even on social media, like on Facebook and stuff, in martial arts groups, people will comment like, thanks ma'am, thanks sir. I'm a ma'am on Facebook, and people know that I'm talking to a martial artist because I'm like a second dan black belt. But it means that you can't just mention like little casual bitchy things. So I'm doing like an interview series where people can just tell stories, and they can be as anonymous as they want. Like, people who aren't in the conversation are obviously going to get like fake names for their own privacy and stuff. Plus, you know, it's all alleged. But people who like are doing the conversation could be as anonymous as they want. But I really hope some people will just show their face, because then they can promote their clubs and stuff. But I'm going to do those interviews all on Discord, so I need to get comfortable with recording in Discord. So I'm going to try and call her and see what happens. I can't even hear the ringing, so that's not comforting. We got more comments? Oh, your personal injury. Okay, that makes sense. Now I get that. No dice. Sad times. She said she was having tech issues, but I don't know what tech issues she was having. It doesn't even say she's online, so. Go on, people. Ask me things. Give me your media-related qualms. Have a complete tirade to me about how your last reel didn't get any viral hits. I'm gonna finish my coffee before it goes completely off, because it's like separating in this tiny little well in my glass. Yeah, that was done being iced. Not exactly the sexy ASMR you want at the bottom of a drink, but you know. Well, it's past midnight, so you know what I'm gonna do? Because I'm completely bored right now, I am actually gonna schedule my video to publish at 1 in the morning, because why not? YouTube, actually, you can only publish right now, or you can schedule in quarter-hour increments, and I do kind of just, I'm only doing it 15 minutes earlier than it's currently scheduled, but whatever. But I'm scared to like press publish now while I'm streaming, because even though YouTube is incredible, I'm convinced I'll break it somehow by streaming to it at the same time as I'm doing that. So, that's what's happening. I mainly want to see how the analytics work, because normally I'm tempted to publish stuff straight away, and because I publish it straight away, it hasn't had a chance to like render to full quality before I post it. So it will end up having no views for like the first day, and then after it's rendered and it starts like indexing the information and like analyzes analyzes the transcript so it can know what the content's about. Then it'll start pushing it, and then it pushes it in batches because it's like testing it out, and then it's seeing if people engage with it as an audience, and then it'll show it to different people, because like YouTube and just any social media in general, they don't push your content to the audience. The audience are making inquiries, and then they pull stuff down from the library they think is appropriate, and then if people don't engage with it, then they'll go, that wasn't appropriate, let's try something else. So that's how it works. But I'm curious, because it's already been sat in my back end and it's fully rendered out to like full HDR quality, and it's been there for days. I'm curious if it'll start getting pulled down straight away. But we won't be able to know until it's 1 in the morning. So I normally play music while I'm streaming alone as well, but I wasn't going to be streaming alone. Should I start playing the music? It's a lot harder to clip bits when you're playing music, but also I feel like it doesn't necessarily cause a problem. I'm just so proud that it's all working, I'm not gonna lie. Do I look pretty in full HDR? HDR isn't HD, by the way. HDR is like totally separate. It's in 4K resolution at 60 frames per second with HDR. I don't actually know what HDR stands for. Wait, I'm gonna Google it. What does HDR stand for in video? It stands for high dynamic range. I totally knew that. Okay, high dynamic range. Because that's what it means. The range is like the exposure range. So it has the normal, and then it has the overexposed shot, so you can tell what's in the dark areas, and then it has the underexposed shot, so you can tell what's in the bright areas. Then it compiles it all together, like when you do long exposure photography light painting, because I'm really into light painting for photography. Choking on myself. But like when I'm doing light painting and stuff, it basically goes, okay, so here's the really bright, colourful streak, and here's the flash of really quick exposure, and the long, colourful streak is like, you hold it there for a long, long time. And then after that's done, sometimes the colour will like not stand out enough against the person who is like really exposed. So when that works that way, and you want to like have the light stand out more, but you don't want to get more ambient exposure to make the general image match it, then you put the lens cap back on, and that's like complete blackness, and then it has something to deduct from. So that's sort of an example of how HDR works. I've not actually done HDR photography yet. Like, I've not had it go on from video. I've only done it for video. So I'm kind of curious to see how that plays out. And if I keep looking off to the side, my tablet is over here. So, like, who are these people that, like, you have your microphone up around your face and then they're just glancing in different directions? I guess they have monitors, like, here. Like, I could have a vertical monitor here. I wasn't into the whole look of a vertical monitor. I can't justify getting a vertical monitor right now. But if a vertical monitor comes to me, I will not be upset. I'd have to get a mount and everything again. I've got so much mounted to my desk. But like, I have to crane my head around the microphone to get to see my tablet, because I could put the tablet there, but then it interrupts the flow of my mouse movement, and I can't put my tablet there because my phone's there, my hard drive's there, everything's there. What time is it in San Diego now, anyway? Because she's in San Diego. Let's see. San Diego time now. Like, I've worked with Americans before, but I never remember the time. It's like 5 p.m. there right now. When I suggested we do this stream, I was like, I could do it in my afternoon and it could be your morning. None of us are the type to get up at 8 a.m. I accept this. But, like, she said she just was having breakfast when we started. When I started setting up for this, it's like 5 p.m. now. Like, I know it's your day off, but I can't adapt like that. Might play a game. I'm not sure if I want to play a game. Maybe I do. The game I really want to play right now is Pokemon Go, to be honest. And not only is Pokemon Go not designed to be run while stationary, even though I live within range of free gyms, they don't want you to just sit there. You can't like do a little phone rocker. They insist you walk, which the disabled are very upset about, which like I'm also technically disabled, but the more disabled are very upset about. And also my horrible outdated phone actually can't even process Pokemon Go anymore. This is the second time in my life this has happened. If I want to play Pokemon Go, I have to play it on my tablet because the app actually is processed for my phone provider. What's it called? My iOS is updated enough, but it's not on my phone, so I'm quite devastated. When it first got released, I even had a separate mobile phone that was my mum's old phone, so I called it my Pokedex. And I would just play Pokemon Go on that, but now I can't access it again. I'm quite devastated. Although it really saves my phone battery when I'm out and about. I used to kill that thing. can't tell if that tube light's gonna die because it turns red right before it dies because I have it on pink mode right now. I actually want it on purple because like my brand is purple and stuff, but it doesn't have a purple color because the light is not that good. Something interesting that I kind of want to share is, so I have posted on here before about posting on Vinted, which is like an e-commerce thing that I have experience with, because obviously like my last employed job title was e-commerce specialist. And so it's one of my most popular live streams as well, and one of my most popular posts on my blog is about uploading on Vinted, so I have a reasonable amount of experience with it. But I had my first problem client on Vinted recently, and it was basically, I have this really old TV monitor. Like, I'm talking about having a vertical screen. I could not do this for that. It has an integrated DVD player. It connects only with, like, really outdated cables. And, like, the power cable was chunky and it's not great resolution. And it was a pretty small screen. Like, the TV itself was only marginally bigger than my laptop screen. So I have, like, more pixels on my own now on different devices than I did have on that monitor. And for a while, it was just my computer monitor for an actual, like, tower that I got. And it was, like, the worst setup I ever had. But weirdly nostalgic about it now. But I just wanted to clear out some space. And I also wanted to get, like, some money. So I sold it for like £15, and so many people were constantly trying to haggle me on it because it's Vinted. It's like a car boot sale. People refuse to pay full price for anything, even when it's actually ridiculously cheap. And it's not a modern, amazing piece of technology, but it's £15 for a functional monitor with an integrated DVD player. Like, come on, just chill. I literally put in the description, like, good for child's first TV or good for extra screen for a kid. I literally put that. And then I had everyone haggling for it, but this woman just bought it, and I was like, oh great, no conversation, just put it in a box, send it off, gave it a little wipe down with tech wipe because it was really dusty, and it was really dusty in the pictures as well, and it was all done. And then this woman comes at me on the day where it like arrives, and it's supposed to be like, if they say it's all good, then you get your money in 2 days, and if they don't say it's good, then we'll wait for their response for 2 days. But she was like, I hate this, it's broken, it's not working, it can't pick up any channel, it's making a funny noise, the DVD is not working. And I literally put in the description that sometimes the DVD can slip because it's like a sideways screen, and also because like it's old, it sometimes slip. And I gave instructions on how to make sure that the DVD's like working, because if the DVD's not working and you're hearing a buzzing noise, it probably slipped down and it's like roaring, like trying to get a disc that's not in place. And literally, worst case scenario, you turn the TV upside down, and I fixed it before like that because I had DVDs stuck, and then I discovered that. It's so simple. But I told her loads of ways to fix it, and then she was like saying, I can't pick up any channels. And then I said to her, like in the description, it was like, TV comes with power cable and original remote, and it did. And then after I said to her, oh, it doesn't pick up channels on its own, you have to attach an antenna. And I said this because I had an antenna with it when I was a kid. It's my mum's antenna though, so I didn't have the antenna to give her because I haven't used the TV in years. I just happened to lug it along with me when I moved. And the second I mentioned it needs an antenna, she was like, you lied, you said it came with an antenna. And I'm like, no, I never said that. And then I literally double-checked my description, I screenshot it, and I was like, I never said that. And then she was like, but look at this picture, my antenna's connected and it doesn't work. Even though this is a picture she sent before she was claiming I said she needed an antenna and included it, and I didn't. And then she was like, and it's filthy, it's disgusting. And I'm like, look, lady, I'm not saying it's pristine. It's like at least like 10 years old, this monitor, at minimum. I'm pretty sure it's closer to 15 years old. I wiped it. I'm sorry I didn't do a great job of wiping it, but guess what? You can also wipe it and it will be completely functional because like this is normal. And then she started like saying, oh, I want to do a return. So I've been at this point looking at her Vinted feed, and she has absolutely all good reviews except for about half of them where it's like, buyer cancelled, buyer cancelled, buyer cancelled, and it's like, did she cancel after they'd already sent the package? And then one review, because she had like 3 stars, but all of the majority of them that were written by people were good, but there was one person that was like, she took the thing and then lied about its condition, and then she was saying that it was abusive, and at one point she told me, this isn't the review, but at one point she was like, you're lying, my boyfriend's an electrician, and I'm like, I can't verify that, I don't give a fuck who your boyfriend is, the TV works. But then the review was like, oh, she was lying about what I wrote in the description, she was immature attitude, I accepted a return for the refund and she never sent it back. So this bitch is still going off in my inbox. Like, every time I tried to reply, she would send a new message, which for some reason on the Vinted UX wipes the message you were writing as a reply. So she kept cutting me off, basically, so I couldn't ever respond to her after a certain point because she was just spamming me. So I just completely opened a new support ticket with Vinted to be like, look, I gave her the TV. I'm not saying it was an amazing TV, but I gave her the TV and it works. And, like, here are all the pictures I have of her abusing me. And I have a thing where I give my Vinted customers a coupon code to my actual business, like dibdubdigital.com/shop. And I had already given her that code when I saw the package arrive because I'd never had a problem client before. Never. Not on Vinted. So I removed that because I was convinced she was going to try and dox me on my like normal business because she seemed like that kind of psychopath. So I sent all that to Vinted, and while that's been happening, she's like saying that I need to give her my address so she can do a return. And it's like, maybe you do need my address to give a return. I've never done a return on Vinted before, but I am not giving that to you, crazy lady, until I've done the review process. So in e-commerce, be wary. We have had a comment, what does it say? You've not been on Pogo in months. Dude, I am devastated. I've not been focusing on it for a while because I was like doing a million other things, but Pokemon Go is like my default phone game. And I don't really play phone games anymore because of it. Like, some people doom scroll, some people play games. I have recently just been refreshing all of my revenue stream apps. So, like, refresh the website analytics, refresh the shop, refresh my Adobe stock profile, refresh my Amazon KDP profile. Like, have I sold stock photos? Have I sold a photo book? Have I sold a little thing? Constantly refreshing that stuff, constantly refreshing my YouTube analytics, constantly refreshing my dividend app income on Trading 212. But like, I've not played any games, so I'm kind of devastated that the second I was about to get back into a Pokemon Fiend binge was the time that it stopped working. And I can take my tablet out, but it's a secondhand tablet and the battery power isn't great, and I need to like hotspot my phone to use it. But Umbreon's so cute. My mate's like literally not been online for 45 minutes. What am I supposed to do? Like, if she replied to me, I could maybe help her troubleshoot it tech support style, but I got nothing at work with here. So this friend is like not ideal at being on time for things, but this is why I accounted for this. I tried to plan in advance. I tried to help her out. I tried to be like, hey, so what time should I expect you? And just nothing. So I love her very much. Miss Icefire, Raina Halo, whatever username she was planning on using for this one, because, you know, Alias is online. Not everyone wants to completely overshare like me. But I was really quite good that we haven't been able to get this to work. I'm now going to try again. I am. My video should have published by now. Let's see what we got. Okay. Have we got any immediate views? Maybe a couple. No. Okay. So those are my live stream views that are happening right now. The only other things that I've had... Wait, let me show my screen. Don't open Final Cut. Show my screen. Chrome. Okay, so these are my live YouTube analytics. This is what's been going on the past couple of days. This is the 48 hours one, and this is the last 60 minutes one. So I had 2 shorts that went semi-viral recently. Not like amazing, not like millions, but like pretty good for just published shorts. And they were my unboxing ASMR videos for my Logitech lift mouse, like this thing here, and then my keyboard, which is down there. And they link to like my whole kawaii experience, which, not gonna lie, jammed full of affiliate links, but, you know, click them to support the channel and you get some cool stuff anyway. Like, if you're gonna buy it from me, because why would you not? And, like, those went really popular, and I think it's because I tagged Logitech. Like, if you ever do anything related to a mega brand online, just tag the original brand, because people will be searching for it. Do it for the hashtag version and do it for the @ version if you have enough characters to work with. Shorts on YouTube restrict you to 100 characters for the title, and you can add a description, but it's not, like, immediately visible if you, like, if you're watching a short on your phone, it only shows you the title as the little caption, and then you have to click elsewhere to go find the full description. So very few people are actually looking at the description. So make sure you, like, tag them and then also hashtag them. So @ them and then hashtag them, and then you can use that. This is one of my more popular videos that I get a lot of traffic for it through Google, because people are searching for, like, actual tutorials, and then also from my website. For some reason, YouTube doesn't recognize traffic from my website when it does it like as an external source. So if you, like, look down here, so you got browse features, which is, like, people clicking through on their subscriptions, on their like, you know, next video recommendations. Like, browse features are just generally using YouTube. And then YouTube search is when you put it up in the search bar and you've searched a specific term and it's like the result has come up, then that's how people are finding it. And then external is stuff like my website, is stuff like Google search. You can come down here, stuff like Facebook. Still don't know what Quant is. Pretty sure it's like a spam website, but, you know, whatever, it's giving me traffic. But my actual website, Digital, does not come up on here, and I don't know why. Because I have embedded it in there. So even if it... I did this on my sitemaps video that I literally just published, but I can't fully associate my YouTube channel with my website right now in a very specific way. But the video is still embedded in the YouTube blog post, so I don't know what's going on there. Direct and unknown is normally, like, if you link someone within a Facebook message, for example, or a text, then that's, like, direct. And unknown is obviously, like, maybe they just didn't track the website activity, they didn't agree to the cookies or something. Suggested videos is when you scroll down to, like, you've watched a YouTube video and you scroll down to the comments, and on the side there's a bunch of videos. That's, like, a suggested video. Or the end screen click-through rate, that's a suggested video too. And then others is stuff like bell notifications, or, oh, what's it called? I'm not sure if, you know, when you click related video on a YouTube short that goes to a full-length video, I'm not sure if that's counted as a browse feature or an other. Not sure. But this is what we got from all this. These are the terms that people are searching that this video comes up for. So you've got all the impressions over time. You know how I was saying it does it in, like, waves? Some of my videos have, like, peaks and troughs, but it seems like this one has just had the initial push, and then it's kind of, like, slowly chugging up at a consistent pace. Click-through rate is, like, how many people per impression actually watched it. Views tends to go in line with the impressions unless your click-through rate is absolutely astonishing. And then this is watch time over its lifetime, and watch time's the most important thing on YouTube if you're hoping to get monetized, with the exception of subscribers, which please subscribe, because I need 500 subscribers to get monetized, and that would be very nice. Like, I got revenue coming in other ways, but it would be very good, because YouTube is, like, the one thing I've consistently wanted to do since I was a child, and I'm getting considerably better at it in my, I was gonna say in my old age. I'm literally 26. I know I look like a child, shut up. But watch time, it's not lifetime, but, like, within the past, I think 3 months, you need, what is it, 500 hours of watch time? I mean, it's no. You need 500 subscribers and you need certain watch time. I'll check. But then, like, average view duration as well, you can see people who watched it all the way through or people who only watched a chunk, because when you come up on YouTube, for example, or when you come up on Google, like, if you searched a certain question on Google and then the video it's recommended as a video page or as, like, a top suggestion, then it normally shows you the chapters, and it'll show you the chapter that answers the specific question. So some people may only watch that chapter, and then that accumulates to your watch time. And watch time normally takes a few days to really process through accurately, so some of this may not be exact. Was it earn tab? Yeah, so you need 500 subscribers and to have uploaded 3 videos in the last 3 months. But then you also need either 3,000 hours of overall watch time or 3 million shorts views. But views from shorts and watch time from shorts, and then watch time from shorts accumulates to the watch time as well as to the shorts views because they're separate analytics. And then obviously full length videos just considers watch time. And then live streams like this don't account for the watch time while you're live, which like the concurrent viewers while you're live. But then if people watch live streams after the live is over, then that becomes its own separate video, which automatically saves on YouTube by default, and you can choose to delete it later, but I accumulate them in a playlist. So if you watch back a live stream after it's not live anymore, then that accumulates watch time. So if anyone really wants to help me out, you can subscribe, but then you can also go on my live stream playlist and then just leave it running in the background. And then that's gonna, like, in a couple of days, it'll shoot up my watch hours. So that would be nice if you want to. Obviously, it's immoral to beg for viewers who don't actually watch your stuff, so only do it if you're actually watching my stuff. But if you like listening to me talk rubbish, then sure, the live streams will probably be good. But let's see where we're at on analytics for this so far. So, oh yeah, I can also see how the thumbnail test does. Okay, so YouTube's got this new feature, which is really cool, and it's called the thumbnail, like, technically it's A/B split testing, although ABC split testing on this. It's called split testing, but they called it, like, the thumbnail test. So I submitted 3 versions of thumbnails, and it's going to share out different variants of it. And whichever one has the best click-through rate is the one that's going to remain at the end of this timer, which is, what is that? That's 2 weeks long. Is it? Yeah, it's 2 weeks long. Stupid. So at the end of 2 weeks, the thumbnail that has the best click-through rate will become the default thumbnail. I really hope it's the third one because that's the one I like the most, but, you know, can't argue with data-driven results. Let's see. So obviously it's brand new, so it's unlikely it's going to be pushing it yet, so we've got, like, no views. And it's not even got impression data yet, so, you know. I'm going to put a link to the video, and when this live stream is over, you guys should all go watch the video. Where's my chat? There you go. Go watch that. And if you're watching this back, it is possible to view the live chat, but not live anymore. Can I get a link to encourage people to subscribe? Like, the subscribe button's literally everywhere on YouTube. Just subscribe. Do it. Why not? Do it. Dare you. And then I'm going to go back to my main screen, because why not? I'm going to make one last attempt to contact my friend, Miss Icefire, who you should also follow if you want to, but, you know, she's giving you no reason to because she's not here. Savage. I know. But I'm going to make one more attempt to reach out to her. I'm gonna wrap up soon if you're not able to join. We can try another day if you're still stuck. And I do think a bit of it might be tech related, but I also just think maybe she didn't want to stream today in the end. Who knows? I tried my best. Oh, my laptop likes to accumulate static electricity when I am streaming, because there's a lot of things going into a lot of cables and a lot of carpet underneath me, so I just got zapped. Go me. What have we got? Have we got a comment? No, that was my own comment. I get a warning when there's, like, a comment, but then it's my own comment. Oh, and that's my sign that my light in the back's dying, so I'm gonna give her a couple minutes, but then probably just gonna wind down myself. I'm gonna do one last check to see if anyone's actually coming in via the stories, because, like, I don't imagine a great deal of people in the UK right now are going to be watching my live stream at like 1 in the morning, but I also know a bunch of night owls who absolutely do not abide by the social construct of a calendar or a clock. And since I'm running out of stuff that I'm thinking about, now definitely is the time to, if you want to ask me about anything marketing or video related, shoot the question in the chat. You'll see it come up and we'll be like, woo, comment, and then I'll answer your question, possibly in the form of a rant. Let's see and check Insta. Let's see. I think we're probably done for today. Well, thank you all for those of you who are watching, and hopefully I will see you all in the future, and we will try this again when Miss Icefire can actually get her technology to work. So have a good night, and thank you very much.